Житель. Добрый день, дорогие друзья! Я приветствую вас в эфире канала Медиаметрикс. У нас программа «Муза и деньги», в студии ведущие. Я Ольга Калашникова, Павел Кашин.
Добрый день.
И у нас в гостях певец и автор песен из Шотландии Стивен Грей. Здравствуйте, Стивен.
Здравствуйте, Ольга.
Здравствуйте.
Здравствуйте.
I've heard about one trick how English learned the word «здравствуйте». Я знаю один трюк, как англичане через такую пошловатую фразу выучить слово «здравствуйте».
Да, это что-то означает скабрёзное у них немножко.
Да здравствуйте.
Паша, я у тебя потом...
It took me a long time to learn such to get the pronunciation correct. You know.
Долго заняло выучить слово
I usually say «привет». You know, the informal hello.
Ну да, 4 согласных подряд, да еще такие сложные, какая-то шипящая, какая-то свистящая, это и для нас непросто. Да.
Стивен хотел поговорить о Битлз, но Ольга сказала, что
с удовольствием бы с Дэвидом Боуи, да, о Дэвиде Боуи я бы поговорила.
Стивен ведет лекции о Битлз, о Дэвид Боуи. Стивен talks about Beatles and Bowie, and who else on your lectures?
I've started doing this job where as a guitar shop in Flacon.
Я начал это делать в гитарном магазине во Флаконе.
And every Saturday night I do like a lecture on
Каждую субботу вечером я делаю как бы лекцию.
Это здесь в Москве.
In Москве.
Flacon. Это бывший завод.
It's a guitar shop called Guitar Club.
Магазин гитар называется Guitar Club.
Yeah, it's a fantastic place. It's just opened. They have an acoustic guitar shop and they have an electric guitar shop.
Они только что открылись, у них есть одно отделение акустических гитар и одно отделение электрических.
And they have a great policy that they serve the customers well. They have a workshop to make guitars and repair guitars.
У них есть рабочее пространство, где они ремонтируют гитары и настраивают.
Ну это вот совершенно английский формат, когда в каждом каком-то помещении тематическом одновременно ведутся и какие-то образовательные мероприятия, да, чему-то учат обязательно.
It's an English language.
Wait a little. You understood, right?
Yeah, I understood. It's an English language. But I try to find documentary evidence or films and with Russian subtitles, if I can.
Да, мы пытаемся сделать что-то вроде фильмов с субтитрами для русских. Я знаю старую шутку, что когда англичанин попадает на необитаемый остров, он сразу строит два клуба. Один клуб, куда он ходит, и один клуб, куда он не ходит. You understand?
Well, I actually have an interpreter who comes to interpret for people.
У Стивена есть переводчик. Do you know this joke? When English gets into the island, he builds two clubs. One he attends, and another he doesn't.
Okay, alright, that sounds about right.
А в какой не ходите? Вот ходите вы в Флакон, в гитарный магазин.
What club you don't?
А в какой не ходите?
A club that I'm not a member of. Yeah, I know that one. Yeah. Well, the thing is, what we're doing is we want people to learn about musical history that maybe they don't know in Russia. I mean,
starting from what year?
Well, I would go back quite early to early jazz and to even things like Cole Porter and Gershwin.
Я бы даже начал вот с Alan Jazz, я не знаю, кто такой. Мы пытаемся, чтобы русские ребята выучили историю английской музыки. Only English music?
No. American, English and European.
Английская, американская.
I have a list of things that I want to do.
Наверное, не столько английская, сколько британская именно, да?
Вещей, которые хочу сделать.
This Saturday we're showing Bohemian Rhapsody. We're showing the Freddie Mercury movie.
Начиная с Божественной рапсодии.
And I'm going to do a talk on Queen and Freddie Mercury. And then after the film, we do a Q&A.
Сначала рассказываю о Меркури и Рапсодии, а потом мы начинаем беседу. So maybe you start from singing your song.
Okay. All right. Okay, this song called Traffic Stopper. I have a very sore throat, so I'll probably sing more quietly.
Да, у меня горло болит, так что я буду поступать. Traffic stopper, how to translate?
Traffic stoppers in a woman is so beautiful that she stops traffic.
Это traffic stopper, это женщина, которая так красива, что машина останавливается.
That's basically okay. All right, here we go. This is my only resolution. Safety in numbers cannot hide. It is a time to keep moving, brought to a standstill by a single eye. I cannot sleep off this intoxication. I never tire of you. I never want to leave. As I assume all consultations, only your frustration keeps it going, makes it easy to believe. I guess I didn't see you coming. I can't escape you now, seeing it in your eyes. How could it ever come to nothing? You and I didn't need to try, but didn't need to try. Is this the best before the worst? Is this the bubble waiting to burst? Is this the rise before the fall? Is this the smile that says I'll lose it all? I guess I didn't see you coming. I can't escape you now, seeing it in your eyes. How could it ever come to nothing? You and I, we didn't need to try, we didn't need to try. I cannot keep you on a promise. I know that soon it will be late for too long. We'll get exactly what we want. Doesn't make us dishonest until we know this till it's gone. I guess I didn't see you coming. I can't escape you now, seeing it in your eyes. How could it ever come to nothing? You and I, we didn't need to try, we didn't need to try. I guess I didn't see you coming. I can't escape you now, seeing it in your eyes. How could it ever come to nothing? You and I, we didn't need to try, we didn't need to try.
I guess that John Lennon is the favorite from the Beatles.
Yes. Does that come across in that song? That's interesting. Actually, yeah.
Оказал влияние.
I prefer, out of the Beatles songs, I prefer Lennon. Yeah. Yeah.
Мне кажется, в стране, где такая развитая музыкальная культура и такие апологеты, в общем-то, рока и музыки вообще, в принципе, несложно, и где учат музыке в каждом магазине гитарном или там грампластинок, буквально каждый может играть.
That's in the country where such elephants like Beatles and David Bowie is not too hard to learn music in every store.
Well, if I can talk about the Beatles, the Beatles were revolutionary in what they did for music.
Как они революционные, что они сделали для музыки.
But you got to get to the roots of what the Beatles did.
Но вам нужно идти к корням, что делали Beatles сначала.
In the 1950s,
в 50-х годах,
Britain was very dark, very bleak country.
Британия была очень темной, очень мрачной.
And John Lennon famously said that before Elvis there was nothing.
Но Джон все время говорит, что до Элвиса там не было ничего.
And then he discovered Elvis, of course.
Why Elvis? Elvis is
Elvis Presley actually did. I mean, he merged black music and country music together.
Elvis, он сплавил черную и белую музыку.
So it created a hybrid, which kind of became rock and roll.
Из которого получился рок-н-ролл.
So this is basically.
So you think everything started from Elvis?
Well, it's a good point to start
from.
Это
очень хорошая точка, с которой начать.
But Sun Records at the time had lots of other artists.
Sun Records?
Yeah, Johnny Cash, Carl Perkins, Jerry Lee Lewis, people like this.
Sun Records это вот Johnny Cash и прочие.
Это студия записи, да? Сейчас говорим, да?
Recording studio.
Yes, in Memphis. Yeah, very famous.
Да, в Мемфисе очень известный.
So a lot of the great records came from the mid-50s from there.
Оттуда пришли большинство записей из Мемфиса.
But I just want to mention one thing, which I did in my lecture on Saturday for the Beatles lecture.
Я хочу только вспомнить одну вещь, которую я сделал в субботу в прошлый.
The Beatles were mainly influenced by a musical genre called skiffle music.
Beatles были вдохновлены в основном стилем скафл.
Skiffle. Skiffle is it's like it's very easy. You learn 3 chords on the guitar.
Это очень просто. Ты берешь 3 аккорда на гитаре.
The bass is a stick with a rubber thing. Go dum 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 dum.
Бас это палка со струной, пум-пум-пум.
Это контрабас, я так понимаю, да?
Никаких барабанов.
Drums is a washboard.
Вместо барабанов
щеточка такая.
Washboard. We use metal things on the fingers called.
It's стиральная доска.
Thimbles.
The board for.
Но это больше, это ближе к джазу, вот я стесняюсь заметить, да. Джазовая такая обработка.
It came originally from jazz. What happened?
Пришло из джаза.
It came from jazz, yes. There was a man from Glasgow, where I come from, called Lonnie Donegan. He was a banjo player. Lonnie Donegan. He was a jazz banjo player. And traditional jazz, you know, like trumpets, etc. You know, trumpets and drums.
Классический джаз на с трубой.
In the middle of the set, the trumpet players went off, and Lonnie Donegan just picked up his guitar. And they played just guitar, bass and drums, and they played old songs from the early part of the 20th century.
Потом трубач ушел, и он взял гитару и стал петь старые песни. Scottish songs.
He was a Scotsman, but he was influenced by black music.
Он был шотландцем, но он был впечатлен черной музыкой.
And he was particularly influenced by a man called Leadbelly.
Leadbelly больше на него.
Do you know about Lead? You heard of Leadbelly?
I'm not sure.
How do you like better?
And actually, in England, there was big influence of black music. I mean, black people sang a lot. В Англии большое влияние было.
Well, in those days, like black people sang. Just like on the front porches, or they sang at the railroad, on the trains, this kind of thing, you know.
Черные пели вообще на станциях, перед.
They weren't really accepted. The first jazz musicians that were accepted commercially were white, and then the black musicians came in a bit later, like Louis Armstrong, for example.
Сначала все было спето белыми, но потом пришли черные, как Louis Armstrong. But you naming.
But I'm naming this one man called Leadbelly. Leadbelly is extremely influential in modern music, I think. Nirvana, Kurt Cobain name-checked him, and he did one of his songs called "How Do You Sleep Last Night." My girl, that song, you know that song?
Называл его своим учителем и пел даже одну песню. What's the name of the song?
The song is called "How Did You Sleep Last Night."
Как ты спала?
Sorry, Where Did You Sleep Last Night? Sorry.
And the name of the author is
Leadbelly.
Leadbelly.
Yeah, and Kurt Cobain was a big fan of Leadbelly, and he gave money to the Leadbelly Foundation.
Большим фанатом Leadbelly и давал деньги фонду. Leadbelly?
So Leadbelly influenced Lonnie Donegan. Lonnie Donegan skiffle.
Leadbelly вдохновил Донигана.
He did many Leadbelly songs.
Я забыл
Right, but here's the good part.
Хорошая часть в том, что...
Here's the good part. The people that were influenced by skiffle were George Harrison, Paul McCartney, John Lennon, Jimmy Page from Led Zeppelin,
все Битлы и Джонни Пейдж,
Van Morrison,
Моррисон и прочие.
Rolling Stones.
Rolling Stones были were what?
They were influenced by skiffle music.
Они были впечатлены
Because
skiffle music.
they were given the opportunity to
Can you show something like skiffle?
Well, skiffle, I mean, it's three chords. I mean, it's like...
Сейчас мы посмотрим.
It's just basically, you get... A skiffle. It's slow down socks. It's like a train.
Sounds like cowboy music.
Yeah. Well, it is a little bit, kind of, yeah. Cowboy music. You mean country music, yeah.
Но вообще в то время, вот я, да, прошу прощения, вклинюсь, очень много определяло направление музыки именно студии звукозаписи, которые выбирали среди обилия музыкантов, много музыкантов было. То, что с их точки зрения было действительно там могло выстрелить, приносило там доход. Там должны были быть люди с безупречным музыкальным вкусом и, конечно, коммерческой составляющей.
The thing that skiffle did was that, you know, John Lennon and McCartney and all these people learned to play instruments through listening to skiffle, and then they got
все битлы научились играть на гитаре через
and then they got better.
Потом они стали лучше.
They started to listen to blues. They started listening to John Lee Hooker, Muddy Waters.
Стали слушать блюз, Muddy Waters и прочих. Ты знаешь русскую шутку? Do you know a Russian joke about Beatles? Two guys are talking, and one is saying that, oh, I listened to your Beatles, I didn't like them. They cannot sing properly. They forget the words.
How can you not like them?
They forget the words, and another is asking, where did you listen to them? My neighbor sang me. И шутка такова, что один другому говорит, слушал это Битлз, в ноты не попадают, слова забывают, а где ты их слушал, сосед напел.
Okay, well, I mean that's it. And David Bowie, if you're talking about Bowie, came from the blues. He came. His original bands in the '60s were blues bands.
Вот чего бы мне сказал, что Боуи пришел из... What I wouldn't say that Bowie came from the blues.
He did. He did. He actually did. Yeah. His first bands in the '60s were blues bands. They did blues R&B standards like John Lee Hooker, Muddy Waters,
Howlin' Wolf. Стандарты как Джон Ли Хукер, Muddy Waters.
That's the stuff he did in the '60s.
There are some records of it, yeah.
Oh yes, yeah. I mean, David Bowie was releasing records from about 1964, I think. Yeah.
В 64-м где-то.
I mean, really early, 64, 65.
It's a real black blues, yes.
He was called David Jones then. He was called David Jones.
Он тогда назывался Дэвид Джонс.
Yeah, he was called David Jones, not David Bowie.
У него песня такая есть, да. Дэнни Джонс.
He became David Bowie like about 2 years later.
Он только в 66-м, в 67-м стал Дэвидом Боуи.
Yeah.
In my birthday, yeah.
Ну, у Дэвида Боуи есть отец рекламщик, поэтому Дэвид хорошо понимал, что нужно делать, чтобы действительно себя так разрекламировать и преподать, потому что к тому времени уже имена какие были, да, все вышеперечисленные, надо было на их фоне как-то выделиться.
David Bowie had a father who did advertisement, and she thinks that he helped him how to show himself a bit.
I really don't know about that. I mean, he was like, I mean, he was interested in all types of art. He was interested in mime.
А то, что Дэвид...
in Japanese theater, for example, he was interested
он был
in that.
заинтересован больше в японском театре, в миме, как это, когда мим делает мими, забыл слово.
Ну да, пантомима.
Пантомима, да.
Театр очень сильно повлиял на его творчество, и, в принципе, и Дэвид, как таковой, как мы его знаем, с этой короткой стрижкой, с рыжими волосами, после того, как он учился и работал в театральной студии, в театре потом в Лондоне. И костюмы его, это все театральное, в общем-то. И японцы ему шили первые костюмы.
I mean, I first discovered David Bowie when I was about maybe 10 or 11 years old.
Я узнал о Дэвиде Бове, когда мне было 10.
It's Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars, the album that came out.
What was the
Ziggy
name?
Stardust and the Spiders from Mars is
Вот это название.
Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars.
Okay.
Is the album.
Хорошее название.
And then in the 1970s through to about maybe through the whole of the 70s, David Bowie's music in the 70s was peerless. It was nobody could touch it. It was the best.
Она была лучше, никто не мог вообще приблизиться рядом.
His body of work was substantially excellent.
Do you know any of his songs?
No, I don't. I only know my own songs. I never learn other people's
maybe
songs.
you sing and I
David Bowie songs.
Take a rest from
Jesus
translating. No, just sing your song.
Okay.
Давайте послушаем.
Yeah, okay. This song is a song. Well, actually, this song is very influenced by Bob Dylan.
Да, Bob Dylan.
Very early Bob Dylan. And the song is actually about when I was 9 years old, I discovered music.
Да, в 9 лет я открыл музыку. And you are a music teacher also as.
I actually teach children music on Saturday mornings in Vidno. Yeah.
Я в Видном обучаю детей музыке and English too, right?
Yeah. I mean, I instruct them in Russian a little bit because some of them are very small, you know. So I can speak a little bit of Russian, you know.
Я
не стукни с головой, you know.
На русском языке они понимают.
Yeah, so
ты обучаешь их на гитаре. You teach them guitar, right?
I teach guitar. I'm teaching them like Scottish songs, Beatles songs.
Я обучаю на гитаре с шотландским песням и Beatles. I mean, maybe you know any Scottish song, no?
But not on the guitar, you know. I know some old Scottish folk songs, but not on the guitar. If I'd known I would have come prepared, I would have rehearsed one, but I didn't know I was going to do it. Yeah.
Я бы порепетировал. Okay.
But this song is about when I was 9 years old when I discovered music. My cousin.
You wrote the song 9 years?
I wrote this song. No, I wrote this song last summer, and it's about when I was 9, and and my cousin turned me on to Bob Dylan when I was 9 and 10 years old. And it's about my cousin. It's about my family. It's very, very, very Bob Dylan-esque. Yeah. Okay. Bearing down the London road to the scores of sounds as the needle wears on black. Better cuts and glad arguments about national skyline and the Jew it with cash. You were a northern city boy, family for life and beyond. Even when you fell to the floor, a house always at war in a stifled shouting match with faces blazed on top. When I heard the news, I couldn't bear the news. I crushed my mouth into my hand, drained of all encompassed air. If only we had known who we were back then, and hindsight's great escape. As I strode to the hill, I often saw you there, walking nearby the Saracen Head, where rainbows have been drank 1,000,000 times before. It's better than the pelting rain. When I heard the news, I couldn't bear the news. I closed my mouth into my hand, drained of all encompassed air. If only we had known who we were back then, hindsight
great escape. Why didn't you smoke those fags? Why didn't you open the pack? Drained out of your essence that I couldn't bear. However, although, make no mistake, the bonds of cousinhood can never be broken.
And what is your next lecture going to be about?
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Следующая
Freddie Mercury
лекция
musical
будет о божественной рапсодии Mercury. What time? Saturday? What time?
I think it's quite a long film, so I think it's going to be about it's 2.5 hours long, 2 hours 15 minutes long. So I reckon we're going to start by 7 o'clock.
Так как там будет длинный фильм, около 2,5 часов, я думаю, что мы начнем около 7. Is it easy to find your guitar store?
It's very easy. I mean, the Flacon, what's it called? District. It's like there's lots of shops and bars.
Flacon это много баров и.
And it's two guitars.
I think it's behind the Flacon. Yes.
As far as I know, it's inside the Flacon. It's inside
there,
yeah. Yeah. It's easy to find, I think, you know.
Там именно магазин музыкальных инструментов, гитары, да, гитары, акустика.
But I think there are two guitar stores, right?
Yes, there's an acoustic. You need to go to the electric guitar store.
Вам нужно идти в магазин электрических гитар.
Именно электрические гитары.
Yeah. And it's my friend Sasha who opened the shop, and I came up with this idea. They have a big screen. And I came up with the idea to do music lectures. And
хозяин Саша, у которого большой экран в этом магазине, я пришел с идеей делать лекции. And there is an interpreter also.
Yes, Sasha does it actually.
Саша переводит сам все эти лекции.
Стивен, вы поете, играете один? Или у вас есть команда единомышленников? Группа есть?
I have a band. I have a band. We're called The Secret World.
У меня группа, которая называется «Секретный мир».
And I have 3 musicians in the band who are from another band.
У меня 3 музыканта из другой группы.
They are called the Cave Stompers.
Они называются Cave Stompers.
Who have made 4 albums, I think, already.
Они уже записали 4 альбома. Are they expats or Russians?
The Russians are all Russian, yeah. They all speak English, though. You know, apart from the drummer, he speaks his English. Slavas the Russians a bit, English is a bit.
Вот я сейчас Стивена слушала. Я не знаю, я придумываю, или это действительно есть разница, когда человек, имея родной язык, английский, поет на английском, и когда человек русский или любого другого языка, не родного, тоже поет на английском языке. Вот мне кажется, это настолько разные вещи. Вот.
Olga thinks that is such difference when native speaker sings and when any other language speaker, the difference is huge, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, but the thing is, I've lived in Russia for a long time, so I understand a lot of words, but I can only respond in English.
Но я думаю, Оля, что ты воспринимаешь только русский акцент, потому что Аббу ты не скажешь шведский акцент, ты не сможешь определить. I think it's only concerns Russians because Olga cannot tell the difference in Abba, for example, Swedish.
Yeah. Well, the thing with the Cave Stompers is that they are effectively my band as well. You know, my band.
Are they singing in English?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's like the music is like 60s garage band music. They're excellent, and they're playing on Saturday night in the Flacon district. Playing a place on Friday night. Sorry, on Friday night they're playing.
Every Friday night.
No, they're playing this Friday.
Они в следующую пятницу.
Savodaba Bar, I think, in the Flacon.
In Flacon,
yeah, Savodaba or something like that.
Что типа завода бар.
Yeah, something like that on Friday night. And they're exceptionally good. They're very good live band.
Они очень хорошие.
Yeah, and and I'm very good friends with the bass player Eli, and that's when I asked him to play with me. He offered to play with me.
Хороший друг и басист, и я пригласил с собой играть. You are playing some concerts.
Well, I had musicians before, but that didn't work out. So the Cave Stompers, the musicians from the Cave Stompers have just joined my band, so we're rehearsing again.
Are you gonna have?
We're going to play concerts. Yeah, I reckon April, May, something like that. We're not ready yet.
Я 14 февраля в Лондоне буду играть. I'm gonna play a gig in London on the 14th of February.
Which venue are you playing at?
Россотрудничество. It's a Rush friendship something.
Oh, I don't. I played many venues in London, but a long time ago, you know. A long time ago, when I was a drummer before in bands in Scotland.
Я много концертов отыграл в Лондоне, я был барабанщиком, прежде чем я стал гитаристом.
Yeah. So Friday night, Cave Stompers, Bar Savoy, the bar I think it's called, Flacon District.
Around 7 or 8.
I think about 8 o'clock they're on stage.
Я думаю, что это в 8 часов будет.
В пятницу это будет концерт, а в субботу будет лекция. Правильно я понимаю, да?
Friday is the concert, Saturday is the lecture.
They have great songs, you know, and Saturday's the lecture. Yes, they were doing. And what I want to do with the lectures at Guitar Club, I'm going to do Bohemian Rhapsody. Then I want to do something on soul music, which I love.
It's next
after.
Через субботу я сделаю что-то на soul music.
Yeah, I want to do stuff on German music from the 70s. And
German?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Я хочу о немецкой
German music from the 70s is fantastic.
Немецкая музыка 70-х фантастическая.
Really great bands from Germany in the 70s.
What kind of bands?
Can, Neu. Eamon Dull, I think, were one of those bands, and Kraftwerk.
Вот все вот эти вот ансамбли.
Kraftwerk, you probably know, yeah?
I think so.
Kraftwerk, yeah. They were pioneers in experimental music,
Они
you know.
были пионерами в экспериментальной
And the music is superb, and influenced a lot of musicians in the 80s, 70s, and 80s. Influenced a lot of musicians, you know. I want to do. We call it krautrock. We call it. Krautrock. Kraut is an English term for German. It's not a nice term.
Ну, вот если английская музыка вдохновлялась черной музыкой, джазом, то почему немецкая так сильно отличается? Что там за корни?
If English music was influenced by black music and jazz, what's the difference in German music?
Well, German music comes from a German source. It doesn't come from black music at all, I don't think.
Идет вообще из немецкого ресурса.
I mean, there is some. Well, actually, it's probably more jazz. I think it comes from. I think maybe not Kraftwerk. I think Kraftwerk originally.
Больше они из джаза приходят.
Probably jazz. It comes from. I think. Yeah, the source is probably the original source is probably jazz. Yeah, because it's some of it's quite freeform.
Потому что, насколько я знаю, у немецкой музыки, да, у них вообще искусство, оно идет именно из вот этих средневековых, их религиозных, достаточно серьезных, не знаю, ограничений, и там тяжело было вообще с искусством, они отставали и опаздывали. И то, что эта музыка действительно такая необыкновенная, где-то они все-таки черпнули со стороны.
All the things that German music comes from the Middle Ages, something about religion, something about.
Or kind of not that way. Though the krautrock is very different from that. It's not about religion.
Krautrock это совсем другое.
Ну да.
I mean, Can especially are a band who you either love or hate because it's experimental music.
Это группа, которую ты либо будешь любить, либо ненавидеть.
It's very hypnotic.
Очень гипнотическая.
Very hypnotic music, and it's fantastic actually.
Ну вот, наверное, они буквально там на ровном месте создавали свою музыку, потому что действительно у них особо неоткуда было, там было все запрещено, петь можно было только каноны церковные, и все.
Oh, you mean Germany? Yeah, I mean obviously after the Second World War, Germany collapsed, of course. So.
Да, после Второй мировой войны, конечно, все.
So the music scene kind of.
Все коллапсировало, и у них все сначала.
I reckon a lot of the krautrock bands probably started about 1968.
Я думаю, что просто началось где-то с 69-го года, 68-го.
So before that there was probably nothing. They might have been. I think they.
Перед этим вообще ничего не было.
They listened to a lot of British stuff actually in Germany in the 60s. They listened to a lot of British bands. like Small Faces, The Who.
You mean in Germany?
In Germany, yeah. They had a very good show called Music Laden. And most of Music Laden, I think it was called, yeah.
Называлось музыкальный ладан.
And most of the bands on Music Laden, you can get them on YouTube, were The Who, the Small Faces, Procol Harum, you know, maybe in Procol Harum, the Moody Blues.
I'm not really knowledgeable about English music.
Okay. But it was like, you got to remember what the Beatles started was a revolution in British music.
Нужно понимать, откуда музыка. My favorites are like Cohen or Michelle Shocked or something.
Oh, that's going later, yeah. I met Michelle Shocked once, actually.
Я встретил Michelle Shocked, на самом деле.
But going back to skiffle music encouraged people like the Beatles to write their own songs, and McCartney especially was influenced by skiffle and by Buddy Holly.
Маккартни был вдохновлен skiffle и Buddy Holly.
Buddy Holly as well as skiffle, and the Beatles started the ball rolling to write their own music. They didn't want to do cover versions. They refused to do cover versions.
Beatles стали отказываться играть каверы, они стали, и у них начал получаться, когда они стали петь свои песни. That's what I'm telling to the cover bands. To become stars, you have to start writing.
Exactly. Well, that's what I
что говорю ребятам, чтобы стать звездами, вы должны перестать петь каверы.
I would rather work in a factory than play cover versions.
Я бы лучше на заводе работал, чем пел кавер-версии.
Got to try and write your own music, you know. It's the key to everything.
Начать делать свою музыку, это ключ ко всему. Maybe your third song?
Okay, this song, it's a song called "Can I Change My Mind?" My throat's a bit sore, so I might not hit the high notes well, but I'll play it very softly, I think, yeah? Okay? Called "Can I Change My Mind?"
Do we really know what's going on? Miles and miles of ocean between us. Do we stand an even chance? What are we thinking? Is there such a thing as too much hope? It's a brazen dilemma. We have given each other way too much rope. Can I change my mind for the 7th time? I'm so head up, I must be going blind. I can see a picture of you in my head. I can see a frown upon your face. My mistake is my disgrace. It's a boundless fall from grace. What do we do now? We could talk forever and nothing's done. Well, not even an item, so why do we think we're going strong? Can I change my mind for the 7th time? I'm so head up, I must be going blind. I can see a picture of you in my head. I can see a frown upon your face. My mistake is my disgrace. It's a boundless fall from grace. Can I change my mind for the 7th time? I'm so head up, I must be going blind. I change my mind for the 7th time? I'm so head up, I must be going blind. I can see a picture of you in my head. I can see a frown upon your face. My mistake is my disgrace. It's a boundless fall from grace. Can I change my mind for the 7th time? I'm so head up, I must be going blind.
A sad song.
Well, it is a sad song actually. If you know the story is a true story actually. It's about two people who never meet, and it's like you know, online dating now. People phone calls or the texting, they never meet, and the two people. One person's in Australia, one person's in London. And the girl falls in love with the guy, but the guy keeps changing his mind about the relationship because it's just on the phone.
Девушка влюбляется в парня, but what happens with the guy?
Well, the guy he keeps changing his mind. He thinks it's okay, and then he changes his mind.
Он не постоянно.
And he comes back and he changes his mind.
It's like all English, yeah.
Yeah.
Все время меняет мнение.
Yeah. And it's a true story.
Окей, я сегодня вышел на улицу и впервые почувствовал запах весны. Я хочу спеть песню, которую про Москву написал так гуляя. Today I went to the street and smelled first time the smell of spring, you know, and I wrote one song about Moscow. I just went to the park and I realized to describe everything I see, and there is always either a girl who studies English and then she sings, or the guy who stole something and went English way. In Russian it means without saying goodbye.
Okay, I've got you.
Я думаю, этой песней закончится наша программа, потому что время наше вышло. Стивен, спасибо вам огромное, что вы пришли и так интересно нам рассказали. Успехов вам в вашей музыке и вашим лекциям.
15-й год, 6 апреля, солнце забило собою все щели. Я один не спешу по улице, каждый прохожий немного волнуется. В отблесках желто-весеннего фона мальчик, засосанный в дырку айфона. На солнце греются сонные киски. Девочка в парке учит английский. Beautiful, life is beautiful. 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 Оранжевый дворник сметает с брусчатки остатки зимы и грусти, остатки в песочнице, два колокольчика смеха. Рыцарь скучает в картонных доспехах, в его ресторане и пусто, и тихо. Похоже, его накрывает вертига. Лишь дядька в пальто нарывается в виски. Ловкий карманник ушел по-английски. Beautiful, life is beautiful. 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 Но это не полная версия, а полную версию спою 14 числа в Лондоне. Life is beautiful.